3.
Where the Wild Things Are 2.0. The night, Gavin wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another. His boyfriend called him Wild Thing, and Gavin said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night in Gavin's room, a forest grew and grew and grew until the ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around him. And a private boat sailed by for Gavin, and he sailed off through a day, in and out of weeks, and almost over a year to where the wild werewolves are. And when he came to the place where the wild werewolves are, they roared their terrible roars, and they gnashed their terrible teeth, and they rolled their terrible eyes, and they showed their terrible claws. But Gavin said, "Be still," and he tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow werewolf eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened of him, and they called him the most wild werewolf of all. And they made him king of where the werewolves are. "And now," cried Gavin, "let the wild rumpus start. Ahoo! Wild thing, bum 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 bum, you make my heart sing. Bum 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 bum." "Now stop," cried Gavin, and sent the wild werewolves off to bed without their supper. And Gavin, the king of all wild werewolves, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild werewolves are. The wild werewolves cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." But Gavin said no. The wild werewolves roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Gavin stepped into his private boat and sailed off through a year, in and out of weeks, and almost over a day, back to his very own room where his supper was waiting for him, and it was still hot.